Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to Pro Gamer Manager, the Moba Manager mode. And in the last part, we did fall back down to eSports League 5, but we have started off eSports League 5 really hot, going 3-0 at the moment, and looking like we're a team that really isn't going to lose, right? We're almost up to that 100 skill level point, overall skill point level, and that's kind of the point where you're able to move from being that team that's struggling to that team that's kind of able to hold their own, right? And we found that in the last couple of matches, we've had a little bit of trouble. They've been closer than we really would have liked, and I think that's kind of like growing pains, right? That we've seen it with the other playthroughs we've done before, where you kind of have that phase where you're having a little bit of trouble getting and kind of building your own identity, and then once you have that, boom, you're straight ahead, you know, making really good things happen. And you know, that's kind of the hope, and the goal here is to use this season in eSports League 5 to kind of revamp ourselves, get ourselves back into the right mindset, and then be able to go from that point and you know, get into eSports League 4 again, right? And we look like a team that's not going to have a problem with getting back into eSports League 4, right? Starting the season off, starting this season off 3-0. Really only one of those games was kind of close, and that would have been the last one. And then we see here taking on Boiling, who is I think about mid-table at the moment. I think they're 1-2. And we're just, you know, giving it to them. It's not very close. It's not really something that I think they were really gonna be sticking with us, and we gotta redo our practice. This is one of those things that I wish it didn't, like, reset it every time you, like, save and leave the game and reopen the game. It, like, completely erases everything, so it's like, I can't, you know, I don't totally remember everything I had ever in it. But I think we're gonna do pick phase, probably lane phase, and team fighting. I think is gonna be what we're going to go for at the moment, because I think if we can kind of focus on that team fighting, we're gonna do a lot better. English, folks. English is it's a hard language, I'm telling you. But we're gonna take on Fly's Ponage, another team that, you know, really is not on the same overall level as us. We're pretty high up there when it comes to the overall skill level at this point in League 5. League 4, we're probably gonna meet a couple of teams towards the top of the of the group that are going to be close to our overall skill level, but for the most part, we're probably not going to hit any players where, like, the majority of the pool of teams is going to be on our skill level until we get to, like, League 3, but, you know, you never know, because last season when we played in eSports League 4, we were probably on the top half of the teams when it comes to the overall skill points. And we did terribly. We just did absolutely terribly. You know, we had an extremely difficult season through there, and we had some really disappointing losses in the U.S. Opens that we played in, and you know, that's why we're kind of stepping back from the U.S. Open at the moment. We're gonna wait a little while. There's no reason to push it and, like, force ourselves to play in it at the moment, since really we can't succeed in just, you know, dominating the leagues at the moment, right? We can't even think about going into the other tournaments and the international tournaments if we can't even deal with the leagues we're playing in at the moment. But it's going pretty good. We got skill points all the way around, which is very, very good for us, because that's kind of the big thing with this eSports League 5, going back to it, that, you know, you can go, well, we didn't really want to have to go back to eSports League 5 all over again, you know. you never want to have to step backwards. You want to just keep moving forward. But you have to try and find those kind of like silver linings in each one of these incidents and be like, all right, well, yes, we got pushed back to eSports League 5, but we can use this to improve the team, get ourselves in the right mindset. That way, when we go into eSports League 4, again, we know what to expect, right? I think we went into it the previous season not really knowing what the overall level of teams were going to be and what we kind of needed to be at, right? And now that we've seen that most of the teams are going to be in the 80s and above, all right, now that we're about 100, if not, I think we're like 103 now. Now that we're at that point, we can use that and kind of propel ourselves forward to kind of have a better showing, right? And maybe this time win the league or get a top 3, right? A top 3 is the minimum that we're looking for at all times in the league, right? When in like eSports League 5, we're looking to win this thing. We're not looking to lose a single match because none of these teams are of our caliber. There is no reason for us to lose even a single match, right? But you kind of have to go, all right, well, what can we do to use this and get better from this? And it's like you just got to take it one step at a time. And the guys are playing really well. Even the lowest person on the list right now, Hawkeye at the moment, is 16-11. That's a really good showing, 16-11. In a league match, So a win is a win. We're moving on in swift fashion here, looking at 6-0 at the moment, and looking pretty strong. A local tennis player who is also a fan just donated 1,547 credits and wished us good luck in the league. That is amazing news. But I did want to address some things that people have said in the comments, and the main one is someone asked, and I apologize for not knowing your name. I really do. I should have looked up your name. I just remember the comment, and they asked if Total War Warhammer was done, like if it was over. And no, it's not over. It's just begun, really, for the most part. It's going to be on a little bit of a hiatus at the moment. My schedule's really busy, so I don't have a huge amount of time to record at the moment. There's been a lot of personal things that have come up that have kind of forced my attention to go to other places. But I do plan, not this week, but next week, to have the Total War Warhammer videos going back to normal. And they're normally on the days that this video doesn't go out. So I do apologize for it because I hate to kind of set a schedule and then move away from it. But there will be these videos at the minimum going out there every other day. So, we're just kind of taking, and I hate to say it, we're taking a little step back to what our schedule was before on the every other day. But we will be back to every day having a video going up very soon. So just bear with me. And again, I do apologize to those people who, may have been worrying that the series is just gone forever. No, the series is not gone forever. I do plan on playing it all the way through, and if not playing it all the way through, at least playing it to a point, right? Because there is something that you, if you have played a Total War game before, or really a Paradox game, the end of the games can be really tedious at some points, and kind of really difficult to stick with, because a lot of the times you'll do in your mind what you kind of set out to do, and then you'll get into a situation where you have to kind of do almost like cleanup at that point, and like clean up all the things so that you can fit all the victory requirements, right? And it can be really tedious and not very interesting sometimes when that's the case, when you've kind of like completely controlled everything. Everybody's like, you know, so much weaker than you, and there's no one standing in your way. That's the point in time where you're like, all right, maybe we've done what we set out to do, right? And that may be the case for that game as well. Obviously, for this game, it's a sandbox style game, so there isn't an end. So you kind of have to set your own end goals, you might say. And we kind of have in this series, it's win the Pro League, max everybody out, and win all of the top international tournaments. That is our goal. So, honestly, our goal, two of our goals have not changed since the previous playthrough in the FPS Manager mode. The only one being different is that they added the international tournaments in to this newer version of the game that we're playing from what we played before. So that's kind of an added goal that we're looking to pursue in this, and you know, I think it's going to make the series go on a lot longer than originally you may have anticipated, because originally I think the series probably goes 25 to 30 episodes, but with us having to win all the international tournaments, it may go 40 to 50 episodes now, with us kind of trying to win them all, you know, and that's cool. This game has probably been the most enjoyed series of playthroughs that I've done. Period. Right? I love Total War Warhammer. I love Total War games. I liked playing. I loved playing Civ, I loved playing CK2, and now some people might have questions about CK2, right? Because CK2 really didn't end, per se, right? You know, we didn't lose, but if people really want to see the series continue, let me know. We haven't recorded anything, so eventually if something comes up and we don't have a lot of you know, maybe this game's getting dull at that point in the future, whatever, you know, we may go and record that and start uploading those ones again. So, you know, that series is not over, per se, and if you guys really want to see more of it, please leave it in the comments section, and let me know, you know, because I read every single comment that everyone reads, and, you know, I really think about what you guys say, and, you know, if you have questions or anything like that you want answered, I will either answer them in the video, or if I don't answer in the video, I will likely answer them in the comments to you. If it's more of a pressing matter, I'll tend to answer it in the comments because it's faster than, obviously, you waiting 2 days for the video to come out and then hear an answer, right? But if it's kind of a vague thing, you know, like is the Warhammer series gone, that kind of thing, that, you know, that can wait for the video to come out for me to kind of answer that. That way I can go a little bit more in depth and reasoning and things like that. But we are doing very, very good. I think we just crossed into we would have crossed in the second half of this year. I think this might be actually the first match in the second half of the season now, which is extremely good. We are just like destroying teams at this point. It's 47k to 12k. Like this is not close. These matches that we've been playing with teams. Pure is going 26-7. 26-7. That is insane right now from him. It's just 29-7, 22-6, 25-6, 17-6, and 12-6. That's crazy. You know, that's probably one of the best games I've seen out of the team in a long time. Like, if not, like, ever. The team is they have really started stepping it up in the last few matches, that it's impressed me that the team is like, they're finally starting to click a little bit better. They're finally starting to really play on the level that you kind of wanted them to play, right? And as you can see, we're first place, and we're first place by quite a margin at this point, at 9-0, sitting 3 games ahead of the second place team, which gives us a lot of breathing room. But that is going to do it for this part, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you have a comment, question, or concern, leave it in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next part.